incorporated 10 years ago as a beauty e-commerce platform at a time where shopping online for beauty was unheard of. Over this last decade, we have built a formidable assortment of beauty offerings for Indian consumers, bringing them the most coveted brands, trends, and experiences from across the globe. Always keeping the customer at the heart of our business, we have focused on authenticity, inclusivity, education, and content. This has allowed us to not only drive our USP, but also win customers' hearts and trust. In parallel, we have forged meaningful relationships with our brand partners, developed the art of retailing, and prioritized customer delight on conversions, all while building the business sustainably. Today, we enjoy a unique online presence driven by our digital marketing efforts that help us reach customer better through personalization. With our omni-channel approach, we have successfully created elevated and memorable shopping experiences. As of June 2022, we have 212 retail stores servicing 20, and also we service more than 28,000 pin codes and through our various apps and are able to connect with our customers wherever they are. We offer more than 4,500 brands across our platforms, bringing the best of the world of beauty and lifestyle to Indian shoppers. Today, I'm proud to say that Nykaa is a preferred beauty and lifestyle retailer and a robust consumer tech platform that offers a seamless experiences to its customers. Emboldened and encouraged by the love and trust of consumers in India, we now look forward to recreating our distinct beauty retail value proposition in the GCC, together with none other than our partners, the Apparel Group. Nykaa will bring its proven expertise in multi brand beauty retail and its distinct beauty playbook to deliver the latest trends and hyper personalized shopping experiences in new geographies. Most importantly, we will bring the strength of our deep brand relationships and our cutting edge e commerce technology to this partnership. We are confident of the immense market opportunities and upcoming growth in the GCC. Currently, the 6.6 billion BPC market in UAE is estimated to grow to 9.5 billion over the next few years. Similarly, the KSA BPC market of 17.1 billion is projected to grow to 22.3 billion as per the Red Sea report. These numbers are indicative of the significant headroom available to grow this segment across the entire GCC. With this partnership, we aim to maximize the synergies between both Nykaa and the Apparel Group as we create new and distinct beauty retail experiences for the beauty forward consumers of the region. As you'll hear, as you'll hear over next hour or so, much like our own story, the Apparel Group also has written their success in the GCC, owing to an acute sense of consumer needs and a solid foundation in offline retail. Their established supply chain models, fulfillment processes, and partnerships with local establishments are some of the strongest in the region. Our strengths, joining with those of the apparel groups, will help us build a robust value proposition across UAE, KSA, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait, and Bahrain. The consumer offering will seek to provide consumers a seamless and world class beauty shopping experience. In Apparel Group, we found a partner that culturally is very aligned to us, and together we believe with a consumer centric approach, we can build the business of the future in the GCC markets. Together, Nykaa and Apparel Group join hands, and we are confident of growing the beauty market and bring the best of both brands, what both best of what we have to offer, as well as best of global brands to a new world of consumers. With that, thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you, Falguni. This is really exciting news. I'd now like to introduce Mrs. Seema Ved to the audience. Seema Ganwani Ved is the founder and chairwoman of the Apparel Group, one of the largest retailers in the Middle East based out of the UAE. The company is home to 78 brands with over 2,000 retail stores in 14 countries. Mrs. Ved has been the recipient of many awards professionally and personally, some of which are the Philanthropreneur of the Year, Retailer of the Year, Great Women's Award, and Emirates Woman of the Year. I now invite Mrs. Ved to tell us more about this strategic alliance and about her company.
Thank you so much for having us. Good evening, everyone. It is a really, really exciting day for us because not only am I thrilled to be sitting on stage with none other than Falguni Nair. Come on, a round of applause for her. So I think it's really important for us to share what the Apparel Group stands for, what it is, how strong it is in the GCC, for all of you to understand why this particular partnership is going to be making history. The Apparel Group began its journey with Nine West as its first international brand. This is going back to 1996 when there was a real scarcity of international brands across the GCC. Whether it was in fashion or footwear, we had almost nothing. Of course, after that, we have added Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Rituals, Aldo, and many others to our portfolio. Having grown with our brands, we consider ourselves regional experts within the retail industry with a digital first approach and a focus on sustainability. Our customer centric mindset gives us the ability to understand the consumer's needs and translate it through our online and our offline platforms. In fact, our aim is to exceed customer expectations every day through innovation and evolution. In fact, we have recently just launched our first phygital store. Yes, you heard it right. I said phygital store within the GCC. None of this would be possible without having our principals and partners trust us. They understand that we know how to respect a brand and its core DNA, which is why this helps us to elevate the consumer's experiences throughout our stores. In fact, if any of you want to know, we have various instances or stories where our teams have shared valuable insights for the brand teams to let them know what the upcoming trends look like for our local customers. And that has really kept us ahead of the competition. Nykaa and the Apparel Group have synergies that go beyond numbers and territories. Our partnership stands tall on a similar set of core values that extend to an honest work ethic and an entrepreneurial mindset. We look forward to having both the groups leverage off each other's strengths and tap into the beauty and personal care market, which is exponentially growing within our region. As Falguni gave you the numbers, the beauty and personal care market at the moment sits at $33 billion, according to the Red Seer Consulting Group. Two female founders and their respective organizations joining hands is a historical moment for us. And like I said, we are a learning organization. So we are looking forward to this and for Falguni and her stellar team to make us replicate the success that Nykaa had in India in the GCC. None of this would be possible without thanking a few people, I think, on both our teams. I would like to thank our CEO Neeraj, our CEO Kamal Kotak, and of course, Nilesh Ved and Selena Ved. And on your side, I think, Falguni, it's Vikas and Nihir, or Nihir? Yes, Nihir as well, please. Thank you again for having us, and we look forward to some tremendous success.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ved. I personally find it incredibly inspiring and such a rare occurrence to witness a strategic alliance between two highly successful businesses that were founded and are being led by women. You both started your journeys as entrepreneurs, and today you're shaping the beauty and retail markets with your passion and strong commitment to consumers. On that note, I'd like to request Falguni and Seema to let us please capture this moment in a photograph. If you could please stand up, we'd use this as a media photo opportunity. We can leave that for now. Do you want me to move that? Thank you for that. For the next part of this event, I'd now like to invite Mr. Neeraj Tekchandani, CEO of the Apparel Group, and Mr. Vikas Gupta, CEO of B2B at Nykaa. Please join Falguni in Seema on the stage as we open the floor for questions by the media. Media, please note we have about 15 minutes for the next part of this session, and I do request that before asking your question, please introduce yourself as the media house that you represent. Yes.
Hi, Shilpa here from CNBC. Lovely to meet all of you and congratulations. I want to start by understanding when you say strategic partnership, is this an investment in the apparel group? How is that going to work? Can you run us through, a little more details or the structure of what the deal or the partnership is going to look like?
So I'll just start off and then Vikas will add. But basically, from our side, through our international subsidiary, it's a strategic alliance where two partners come together to build and invest in the business, which will be focused on 7 countries in the GCC. So that's what it is. We're going to build a multi-brand beauty retailer business similar to online, offline, both omni-channel in those countries. And we start now.
And will you be launching new brands or will you be taking brands that both Nykaa and the apparel group have to these countries? Or together are you looking at launching new brands in the beauty space?
It's a multi-brand retailer role, and we will start with like any other multi-brand retailer. We'll start with having a number of brands, both online and offline, that will retail through us, which may be strong relationships that Apparel Group has, which may be strong relationships that Nykaa has, as well as our own brands also will be on those platforms. So it'll be a whole bunch of brands that will come on to both our online and offline platforms.
Hello, ma'am. Just to understand the transaction a little better, one thing is with respect, as I understand this, it would be a separate unit where both the entities come together as this alliance. What would be the brand called? Would it be Nykaa? Would it be Apparel Group? How would the branding work? Second thing, as these two come together, would that take some sort of initial investment? I'm assuming yes, from both entities to start the business. What would that be? And what would be the revenue sharing, the profit sharing between the two entities as far as the combined entity is concerned? Thank you.
So I think it is the brand name in those countries will be a new retailer brand name. We haven't decided on exact brand name as yet, but it will be a new name for the region. It will draw on the strengths of both the partners in terms of huge strengths that they have from knowing the region, the consumer in the region, a whole bunch of physical retail, supply chain, phygital store, like Seema said, and all that Nykaa brings to the table in terms of, again, understanding the consumer, bringing content to a commerce platform, whether it is marketing, whether it is technology, the entire playbook that Nykaa has, all will be brought to the table by both the partners, but it will have an independent professional management team in the entity on the ground, and it will also have a legal structure that is needed in the region, and hence it's very difficult to explain the exact percentages. But yes, it's an equal partnership. The way we look at it is it's a near equal partnership that we are both coming together. But Nykaa will have a stake that will allow us to consolidate this from India's perspective. So we intend to bring the same Nykaa playbook on starting small, getting it off the ground, and then investment as needed in a very prudent manner. In fact, the two partners have come together to leverage each other's strengths so that this can be done with a playbook that both of us believe in. That we are both the partners are extremely prudent about, if I may call it, the return on invested capital and how we scale up business with frugality that we bring to the table, but with a clear desire to play to win. So it will take the business, will be prudently built, if I may call it, and it'll over longer period of time. We do expect this business to dominate in the region.
Falguni, hi. Sajid here from BQ Prime. Just to elaborate further on the structure which you mentioned. So it's going to be a JV where the Apparel Group will have a majority stake. Is that what you say?
No, I didn't say that, but I said that Nykaa will have a stake that will be needed from India's consolidation perspective.
Okay.
I said that it's a two partners coming together on an equal basis and contributing to the business. I'm not mentioning equal as a percentage stake. What I mean is it's on principles of equality, but Nykaa will have what it takes to consolidate from an India's perspective. And what we are seeing is that it'll be built together with a local management team. I mean, local in the sense on the ground management team that will build the business. And it is with a view to leverage both our strengths to do it in a prudent manner.
Does it also include a transfer of assets from Apparel Group to the new JV which will be formed?
No, there's no transfer of assets being considered.
I mean to say from the retail, because they are big on retail on the ground. So will there be some kind of retail stores that will be shifted to this JV in
no,
some
I
way?
will ask them to answer it, but that's not being envisaged. Or would you like to comment, English?
So it's going to be a purely digital setup where two partners will have stakes.
No,
equity
digital,
stake.
physical, both.
Physical.
Digital,
So-
physical, both.
So the
we have
physical part
plans.
will be the new setup of retail or the
Yes.
existing ones which will come in. That's what I want.
New retail set.
New retail. And what is the kind of scale up that you plan over the next 12 months, 24 months as you go up?
It'll be based on the reasonable pace that is envisaged. We do expect, like, if you just look at I mean, we don't have exact plans. I think the business will figure it out. But in terms of, if you look at Apparel Group and the kind of opportunity they see, they have more than 2,000 stores in the GCC region.
Yes.
Across many brands that they handle. So we do believe that the region has fairly important role for physical retail, and that will be an important part of this omni-channel execution. E-commerce also, there is enough, even Red Sea data shows that e-commerce business is trending towards about 15% share of the overall market. I mean, again, I hesitate because there are many countries within the region and it's a little different in each of the geographies, but it is trending to that. So we do intend to build an e-commerce platform that will also be part of this, this domestic entity.
So what will be the initial capital requirement from both the partners?
I think
Maybe whatever small it is, but what is it from both the partners to bring in?
We are
As
not.
you incorporate the company
We like what the listed companies have to go through. We have literally just taken the approval from the board and signed. We are in the process of signing the agreement. So it is just too early to say exactly what will be the investment that will go in on a near-term basis. But we do expect that it will not be a massive investment given both our resources. For both of us, the investment is not the main thing. The market potential, what we can do in those markets, and the revenue potential is what one needs to get excited about. I think, in early days, all of you used to ask me a lot of questions about how much money Nykaa's raised, how much money will Nykaa raise. You all used to get very disappointed because everybody was raising billions of dollars. So let's not go about how much we are investing. All I can tell you is that we will promise to build a significant business.
So it's only be
Sorry.
it's only be BPC, right? To begin with.
Yeah, it is only for.
And is there going to be a cross or into India as well, where my Apparel can bring in this stuff through Nykaa into India?
No, so Apparel Group has their own business in India. This JV is, I mean, this alliance is not for India. It is for only the GCC countries. So their business in India will continue on their own. Nykaa's businesses in India will continue on their own. And we work with them very closely. Many of their brands are on our platform. They've been our platform from early days. They have a significant business in India, and those are retailed on our platforms. Sorry, Neeraj, would you like to comment on this?
So we have a separate business in India. We do brands like Martin Waterworks, Just Open Victoria's Secrets, Tim Hortons, Daiso. In addition to our growth shops and teams, we also create a brands there. That remains the Apparel Group's subsidiary, and we keep opening stores and growing our footprint, along with the e-commerce also of these respective brands. Plus, we work with Nykaa in India as on their platform as well. So we'll continue to do that.
Sorry, one sec.
Hello. Sorry. That was how big is the business? So as Apparel Group, we have 2,000 odd stores across 14 countries and with close to 75 brands. In India, we have just signed 5 new brands this year. We have been expanding a lot in India as well. We have been in India for 2 decades. We started way back in September 2001, and we are growing. So we have a lot of expansion plans for India.
Hi, Falguni. Yeah. Falguni, Anurag from ET Now. So what's going to be the digital strategy of Nykaa to market your products in the Middle East? And my second question is that how soon will the e-commerce platform be set up?
It should not take that long. I think it would be about 6 months to a year before the digital platform goes live. I think the digital marketing playbook in the region includes influencers are a big draw in the region. We will definitely leverage the influencer marketing. I think we also would like to introduce what India has to offer, and I think we would like to leverage maybe even Bollywood, related influencer marketing in the region. So we will do what it takes in the region, but we will also bring additional playbooks that make sense.
Ma'am, there were some reports earlier also that Nykaa is looking at an international expansion with respect to Nykaa's presence. So does that mean that with this partnership, Nykaa will not be entering the GCC region? Is there like a non-compete or something that how would that work?
Yeah, so the partnership is to build the multi-brand retailer for beauty jointly in the region. Nykaa has a number of brands in fashion as well as in beauty. And like Apparel Group does India business on their own, and some of Nykaa brands may also have a different execution in those markets, especially for fashion. Beauty, of course, beauty brands will be on this partnership platform, but they may sometimes be in other platforms depending on the need for distribution of those brands. But as far as multi-brand retailers concerned, this is the exclusive partnership.
That's the route that you will be taking, but separately beyond this particular entity, also Nykaa will operate its brands eventually in these markets.
Not as a multi-brand retailer. They may be represented in some other distribution points, but yes, otherwise everything will be as part of this multi-brand retail partnership.
Hi, Falguni. Apurva here from Economic Times. Here, hi. Can you talk a little bit about why are you investing so much time and resources into this particular region? Like, why is GCC so important for Nykaa right now?
So we see it as a very exciting region. I think more about GCC will be learned like over last 1 year, 1 or 2 years that we learned about GCC and the kind of changes we see in those markets in terms of the growth in those markets, in terms of the new pragmatism towards being part of the global economy, pragmatism towards be it tourism, be it business. I think it's going to become, it is emerging as a very big center for both, all over the world to do business in. And the impact of those changes is being felt in terms of consumption in the region. So we were always impressed with the market from its consumption and penetration of beauty perspective. And to that, you add a very vibrant economy that seems to be the case now. And we see this as a multi-year growth opportunity. I think GCC countries will grow over next 10 to 20 years, and Nykaa wants to be part of that along with Apparel Group. That's how we see it. But I think I'm sure again Seema can add more here, Seema or Neeraj.
So, so from our perspective, I can tell you means GCC markets, we see a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of things happening with Saudi Arabia in particular, but all the regions have been growing. There are mega events which happened in Dubai with the Expo, FIFA coming in Qatar, and a lot of other major events planned. Plus, the tourism, both religious as well as the leisure tourism, is big in the markets. And these are the markets which have come back very strongly and offer a huge opportunity for growth.
Hi.
Hi, this is Soumya. I'm here, Falguni. Hi. I'm here from the cap table. I had a quick question about strategy here. So I understand there are already Nykaa private labels that are available in both the UAE and other markets as well. So is this partnership a result of your learnings there? I mean, is it turning out to be a better understanding for you to move into a multi-brand retail rather than getting into distribution deals individually with retailers? Just wanted to get a sense of what led you down this partnership path.
I think over last few years, many times, we've been asked a question that our playbook, many of our brand partners tell us that we have a fantastic playbook from a retailer perspective. And we found that they would like to see us even in other markets. And we are very excited about GCC and how it's an opportunity in the making. And over last 2-3 years, most of the changes have happened, but we believe they are not just one-off. They will continue. It's a trend that will continue over next 1 or 2 decades. So it's a long-term growth opportunity that we wanted to play. We were always clear that we would like to do markets that we don't understand very well with a partner. And in Apparel Group, we found a very fantastic, strong partner that we both have skill sets that are complementary. We have mindsets that are very similar. We have similar respect for, be it ways of doing business, the investment, value systems, many other things. So in Apparel Group, we found that perfect partner that we were ready to partner with. And it's a strategic alliance to work together and build a new business in the region. And yes, to be specific, because I don't want any confusion on that, because for us, being a listed company, India's accounting is important. So we are starting with a 55-45, proportion share of, partnership. But it's an equal partnership, like I said, in terms of,
This is
how we plan to build
55,
it.
45 between you holding
55 is
55.
Nykaa and
Got it.
45 is Apparel.
So you'll move K Beauty and other brands that are already retailing in the UAE and all those
No,
markets into
see,
this?
I think, I keep saying, and I say that even for Nykaa, they're saying that multi-brand retail for beauty is a different business. K Beauty may have its own ambition to maybe even retail on Amazon platform, maybe in the region, or not Amazon, but maybe other platforms like Boutique Art. So we have always treated our brands independent, and like in India also, some of our brands retail on other platforms. So I think our brands may retail on other platforms, but the business of multi-brand retail for beauty, we are together, joint and exclusive.
Got it. So this is more of you building a retail business rather than particularly doing this for your private label brands.
Yes. We believe in the multi-brand retail business in the region. And with that, we'll cater to maybe more than 100 brands in our physical retail, maybe more than 1,000 brands from all over the world in our e-commerce business. So this is about a multi-brand retail platform rather than our own brands.
Got it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, here this is Prasannata here from Your Story. So I wanted to understand how is the GCC market in terms of beauty and apparel different from India, and so what will be the strategy when you go in with your brands?
So today we'll restrict it to beauty because that's what this alliance is about. We do believe that the per capita consumption of beauty is very high in the region. Population of the region is what it is, but we also have shared the size of the BPC market is quite large. So we do believe that we like that market because the consumption, it's a beauty affinity for beauty is very high, and the consumption is very high, and the economies are doing very well, and they are not just doing well from financial perspective, they are doing very well from a liberalization perspective and what it means to those countries and women in those countries. And we are very excited about the market. But with that, I would like you to come and share.
So I think if you've noticed or seen the changes that have been happening politically in Saudi Arabia, I think that's a massive insight into what to expect in the GCC market. They're going to be now, the Kuwaitis have always been known to be trendsetters within our region, but I think Saudis are going to leave them far behind. So we are super excited about that.
Sure. Thank you.
I'm just conscious that amount of time we have left over. We can only take about 2 more questions.
We can hear you.
No, so again, I keep coming back to the same answer that our private labels may go to different countries. Like you're aware that our private labels are present in Mauritius through a partner called Jetha Global. But it's not that we are considering multi-brand retail in any other markets at the moment. So GCC is unique in that sense, and our multi-brand beauty omni-channel experience is currently being extended only in the GCC countries.
So just like, both of you spoke about how the GCC countries, they look attractive for this particular venture, and hence both of you have come together. What's your view for India in terms of the market here? Just like Nykaa and Apparel Group have come together there, would you look to enter India in some sort of similar alliance with one of the companies here and probably compete with a brand like Nykaa or any other in the space?
Should I take that one? If you asked me, right? So, look, we have a lot of interest in the Indian territory. We think it's got major potential for us and for all the 77 brands that we do. Hence, we've just signed 5 new brands to enter as well. I don't think we're looking for the beauty space right now. We think they are amazing and we love what they do, and we think they're real role models, not just from just the sector perspective, but also from the way they do business. So for us, as far as I'm concerned, right now, beauty isn't on the charts for us. But definitely, except for Inglot, the makeup brand that we do, I think our main focus will be still fashion, footwear, and lifestyle.
So I'll say multi-brand beauty concept will not be there, but in the beauty segment, the exclusive brands that can be there. So we do Inglot at the moment, but there can be many other brands that we'll add to our portfolio.
Well, thank you. I feel like
I gave you the size of the geographies and the number of stores. It's a privately held group. So.
And with that, we now bring the session to a close. If you have any lingering questions, our PR team is around. Shikha Johnson will be happy to connect with you shortly. Please help yourself to some refreshments, and thank you once again for joining us today and being a part of this key milestone in our journey. Hope you have a terrific evening. Thanks all.